So these would be the days that Noelle would say I am crazy. She might be right. It is beautiful morning out here this morning, but don't let the prettiness fool you. It is cold. Got down into the low teens last night. So yeah, it's cold. I'm gonna let our chickens out this morning. See if they want to come out. Good morning, girls and boy, apparently. You say hello to everybody this morning? You gonna come out and say hello? You're not sure about all this cold weather, are you? It's alright. Yeah, I'll get you guys some fresh water because we are frozen and you guys need some food. So we're gonna get that, throw it out here. Oh, good morning. Happy, healthy birds. You don't have to come out if you don't want to. It's alright. It's cold. Put what's left in their little food dispenser out on the ground for them. Try to encourage that digging and scratching. And I'll go get them some more food this morning. So I've taken to only fill their water dish part way when it gets this cold because it freezes up so bad. And that was our first rooster call. I don't know if the camera picked that up or not. But our rooster finally decided to crow this morning. Pretty cool. So we thought these birds were all girls. And clearly that was not the case. Well, there's a howdy good morning. Alright, I know y'all are hungry. I'll put this camera down for you. I'll get you some food. So these would be the days that Noelle would say I am crazy. She might be right. So it is about 3 o'clock in the afternoon. And we hit our high today of 50 degrees after just having come through a significant amount of low teens. In fact, I think we got down to like 12 one night. I am headed out to the barn into the back 7 acres. I got a lot of property back here that still needs to be prepped and ready if we're gonna plant. We moved in here back in September and we had a lot of things we needed to get accomplished. Between working and the move, didn't get a lot done back here, but our property is primarily in the back clay soil. It has also been used, these back 7 acres, for baling hay, as a horse pasture, riding dirt bikes. They've used it for quite a few things, and so the ground is extremely well packed, not very well aerated. What I really got to get accomplished back here before we plant is giving water a place to go. So I'm going to show you right there. We are just full of water, and then I've got more kind of right out in there, just kind of sweeps around. We are, I don't know, I think we're supposed to get somewhere around 2 inches of rain this week, maybe a little bit more. But every time it rains, it gives me a little bit better idea of what I need to get accomplished to get the drainage. Because this soil is so densely packed, water literally just sits on top of the soil for days and weeks on end before it eventually soaks in and evaporates. I'm going to put the camera down. I got to tighten up a couple bolts on the broad fork, and then I'll just take you along with me while I come out here and broad fork a little bit in our beautiful 50-degree, more or less, partly cloudy day. I've got about 4 runs, probably a little better than 10 feet each, dug this afternoon. Going this direction, I'm not gonna try to bring it. I got really about 2 more runs to come down this side because I want to border this water right here. As you can see, I have that water coming over, and so I'm gonna hit some ice as I get over in here. All right, well, so we are back out here, and I will say that on the bright side, 2 days later, most of the ice is gone. There's still a little bit of ice in mixed with this. Yesterday when I was out here, kind of this patch right here that runs between the water and where I stopped broad forking, that actually has receded enough that I can get in there and do most of that with broad fork today. So I'm glad I didn't try that yesterday, because this was just full of water right about here, and it just would have been a sloppy, mucky mess. But yeah, so I'll get enough done today to get those areas done out of the water area, because we're going to get, between Wednesday, Thursday, Friday, we're supposed to get about another 2 inches of rain. So I will say though, the nice thing about it being wet is the broad fork goes in easy. The downside is the ground is much heavier. So I actually think I might prefer it. I'll have to try this when it's good and dry, but you know, I think it might actually be easier to do right now with it staying wet. So, but hey, it's what I got, so I got to do it anyway. Well, it is about 3 o'clock. I've been out here for about 2 hours, and I have, by my best guess, about 600 square feet left to go before this bed will be done. So again, it's 40 by 40. That's what I have left to go. Managed to get all of that squared up all the way down to the corner. Squared up that corner along where it receded. I had a couple rows there to do. And of course built that all the way out. So that leaves me right about a 20 by 30 foot section that still needs to get broad forked. Like I say, it's gonna be too wet to do the rest of it this week with the rain moving in tomorrow. But I feel good about what I got done this week. Best guess is I have about 3 more days worth of work to do on this. So maybe next week, later in the week, I'll be able to get a couple hours a day to come out here and get this finished up. We'll see how it goes. But for now, wrap it up out here for today and move to the inside. The worst I have seen it back here so far is a little bit of buildup, but it is actually bad enough back here right now. I cannot walk back here. So the water is actually up right along the fence line over here. It's kind of hard to see in the video, but I have water up along the fence line, and over here between these fences you can see the water is just really ponded right here right now, and then this whole stream-like area here, and I've got a lot of water just pouring through. So all of this water washes down the far side of the property and right past the edge of the house. And so we literally, and I get a chuckle out of this. This is about the 3rd time I've seen something like it. Noelle said when she wanted a property, she wanted a property with a creek. Well, we didn't buy a property with a creek, but I will say we bought a property that gets a creek whenever it rains really hard like this. So she does get her opportunities, and I might be able to get over here without sloshing too bad. Just to show you. Now, we've got the 7 acres back here, and as far as I can tell, all 7 acres comes together right in through here. And that's why we get so wet. So there's no underground spring. It just literally is, all 7 acres comes up this far and drains down out on the other side of the road eventually. But I want to show you a couple things here. And it's just amazing. I don't know what it's going to be like when we start getting inches of rain at the same time. But this was probably about, like I said, inch and a half. And we are completely ponded here. And it's all coming back that direction. And it's coming out enough that you can see really good out of this pipe. Good flow coming out. And that is running all the way down. And in fact, where I, oh, very sloshy, where I actually was broad forking for the potatoes, come back here, slosh, 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 very wet. So the good news is, even after that much rain, I got a little bit of the edges of the potato garden area that are underwater, but the rest of it is pretty well drained off. And you can see right in here, let me see if I can zoom in on that a little. You can see right there where that is draining across. So I'll probably have to try to do some sort of a swale in there to help it drain a little bit better, so we don't get any kind of root rot or ruin the potatoes because there's too much water. But then that, it's all coming down, runs down and around the edge of the back 7 and then up toward the road, which you can see. All right guys, well, it is dark on me. If you enjoyed what you saw, make sure you like and subscribe. Thanks for watching, and we'll see you on the next one.